Dragon Antares, the moment he hears the protagonist's words, rises into the air and immediately opens his mouth, unleashing a blazing fire-type attack toward the skeleton army. The flames pour out like a raging inferno, and under that devastating assault, every single skeleton present begins to burn to ashes. In just one instant, all the skeletons there are reduced to nothing but dust. Watching this, Antares snorts arrogantly and says coldly, "Your undead army is utterly insignificant before me." At that moment, Lin Moyu is already caught in the sea of flames. The fire engulfs his body, scorching him as everything around him burns to the ground. Yet even while being consumed by the inferno, the protagonist lifts his head and stares seriously at Dragon Antares, saying without fear, "Antares, is this all your attack amounts to?" The moment Antares hears this, he becomes furious. His eyes blaze with rage as he opens his mouth once more, releasing another terrifying surge of fire and roaring, "You brat!" Then taste the power of half-step transcendent. In a single instant, he releases an overwhelmingly powerful attack straight from his mouth. This time, the flames are far more horrifying than before. As the fire-type attack collides with Lin, a tremendous shockwave erupts. The impact on his body is massive, so overwhelming that his body and his soul are torn apart. The flames are so powerful that they engulf the entire area, burning everything in their path. Massive waves of fire spread across the land, turning the surroundings into a blazing hell. Antares, unable to sense the protagonist's presence anymore, looks slightly startled and mutters to himself, his aura, "Is that brat testing something?" However, right before his eyes, something unbelievable happens. A powerful green energy begins to surge within the raging flames. The skeletons that had just been burned to ashes start to be reborn one after another. Seeing this, Antares is utterly shocked. Along with the skeletons, Lin Moyu's body also begins to reform. Tiny green particles gather together, reconstructing his body piece by piece. He had used his newly obtained skill Complete Rebirth. Fully restored and standing there in perfect condition, the protagonist looks at Antares with a faint smile and says mockingly, "So this is what you call half-step transcendent power? It's nothing special." Seeing both the skill and his calm demeanor, Antares is completely stunned. In disbelief, he asks, "How did you do that? I'm certain I completely annihilated your undead army." Then, as realization dawns on him, he says, "I understand now. This must be the new ability you wanted to test, right? A skill, or perhaps a talent that allows resurrection." Lin smiles lightly and replies, "That's right. This is my new talent, called Complete Rebirth." He then begins explaining the full power of this talent to Antares. After hearing everything, Antares lets out an impressed laugh and says, "What a powerful talent. You can resurrect once every 10 minutes. If you wish to escape, even the Demon Emperor would likely find it difficult to kill you." Hearing this, the protagonist's expression turns serious. He clenches his fist tightly and declares with cold determination, "The Abyss, the Dragon Clan. It won't be long before I personally come to settle the score with them." As soon as he finishes speaking, Antares opens a portal before him. Without hesitation, Lin Moyu steps into it, ready to shift to another place. And then, directly after that, the story shifts to the lower realm Meteoric Star Continent. This is the Meteoric Star Continent. At the same time, it is also the most dangerous continent. The Dragon King Hall and the Origin Secret Realm are both located here. Lin Moyu had already arrived at this place. The moment he landed here, he smiled faintly and muttered to himself, "Thank you, Antares." Just then, a powerful meteorite came crashing down from the sky at terrifying speed and landed a short distance away from him, triggering an extremely violent explosion. Watching the massive blast caused by the meteorite, the protagonist said, "So this is the so-called limit. No wonder it's called the Limit Continent. These falling meteors are comparable to the attack of a level 85 boss." After that, he summoned his new skeleton horseman and said calmly, "Let's train the skill levels here first. Then we'll go deeper inside to explore." Then the story shifts to the Abyss world. There, purple symbols dragon rune-like marks can be seen. Within a locked rune, a dragon is captured. Its body does not move at all. Standing before it is the Demon Emperor. He slowly approaches the dragon's body, scratches a mark onto it with his claws, collects its blood into a glass, and then drinks it. Smiling darkly, he says, "Foolish Antares actually sent Lin Moyu to the lower realm of the eternal trial ground. Previously, that brat was protected by it, making it hard to make a move. But if he's in the lower realm, then it's a different story. The Dragon Emperor, that idiot, will definitely be interested." After that, the story shifts to the dragon world. There, the Dragon Emperor is seen sitting upon his throne. At this moment, a dragon warrior kneels before him and reports respectfully, "Your Majesty, Lin Moyu has appeared in the lower realm." The moment the Dragon Emperor hears this, he becomes extremely furious. His expression darkens with rage as he angrily commands, "If he is there, then take action." Upon hearing his order, the soldier immediately responds, "Yes." The story shifts back to the protagonist as his headless horseman moves forward, and at that moment, its status was clearly visible. It was level 70, with 500,000 strength, 320,000 agility, 320,000 spirit, and 640,000 constitution, overwhelming stats fully displayed. As for its skills, it could use charge, rushing at 3,000 meters per second and dealing damage equal to 5 times its strength with a 1-minute cooldown. It also possessed group defense, which stacked defense with the same unit type, and immunity, a passive ability that nullified all negative status effects. Seeing this, Lin Moyu smiled and said, "The attributes of the undead knight are very strong. It's just a pity that the number I can summon is limited. But from now on, the Headless Horseman can lead the Undead Legion in charging forward." Then, activating the Undead Gaze skill, he said, "Besides the Headless Horseman, there are still 2 attack skills that need to be leveled up." As the skill activated, the entire area was affected by his deadly energy. Under the influence of Undead Gaze, soul fire ignited across the region, burning everywhere. Meanwhile, after receiving the Dragon Emperor's command, a massive number of dragon warriors had already gathered. The moment they obtained Lin Moyu's location, they shouted, "We have confirmed Lin Moyu's position." Another voice followed, "We found him, he's here." All of them rushed directly toward the area where the protagonist was located. At that moment, meteorites were still falling in the area. However, as the dragon warriors arrived near Lin's location, one of them suddenly shouted, "Such a dense undead aura." Another immediately said, "It's him, he's right here." Sensing the dragon warriors in the sky, the protagonist smiled faintly and said, "The dragon clan actually knows I'm here. Well, you've come at the perfect time." At that instant, he activated the soul fire of Undead Gaze. The powerful soul fire was ready to erupt. Behind him, a massive eye formed, blazing with fire and clearly visible in the air. As the enormous eye manifested, waves of soul fire began sweeping across the entire area. The dragon warriors were instantly terrified upon seeing it and shouted in panic, "What is that thing?" They were still advancing, but the moment the soul fire reached them, it engulfed them completely, setting them ablaze. In just a short time, a large number of dragon warriors were consumed by the soul fire and began falling to the ground one after another. Watching this from below, Lin Moyu was slightly shocked and muttered to himself, "What a powerful skill." In an instant, it completely incinerated their souls. It seems that without special items or skills, any professional below level 80 would be instantly killed by this ability. After that, he prepared to test his other new skill, Bone Spear. He summoned the spear and said calmly, "Let's try this skill once as well." Holding the spear in his hand, he hurled it upward toward a dragon warrior from below. The spear shot forward at incredible speed. One dragon warrior noticed it and said, "Looks like he threw something from below." Before he could finish speaking or react, the spear pierced straight through his chest and continued flying forward.